Pete here, and today I wanted to talk about strip razors. Now, I'm not sure this is actually the technical name for it. I don't actually know what the name is, but this is actually just an acronym my friend came up with to help them remember it. But strip razors are a way of supporting your partner, and I'll go through how I actually rank them. So let's look at this. So complexity, these are one of the most complex razors that you can actually do. I'd give them a 1 out of 5 for that. And if you're not interested in really complex conventions, this is probably not the video for you. So we'll go into a fair bit of detail. If you're not interested in that, just switch off. For the cost, this uses all the same bids that Bergen razors would use, so it's got a relatively high cost. So I would give it a 2 out of 5 for the cost there. But accuracy, I would give it 5 stars for this. So it's got lots of detail, lots of different options you can choose, and you can delve into a lot of depth with these razors. So you should increase your accuracy of where you actually want to get to using these razors. So I'll talk a bit about them. So they actually change the responses based on whether you open a heart or a spade. And it's all about conserving space by doing this. The other thing I'm going to touch on today is the responses to basically Jack of E2 no trumps that it uses, which you can use for other conventions. So if you wanted to use it for Bergen, or if you just play Jack of E2 no trumps, you can use these razors. So if you want to do that, you can check that out. So let's look at what these razors actually are. So basically they change between whether you open 1 heart or 1 spade, and these razors here are for if you actually open 1 heart. Now the strip in strip razors stands for, so the S is for splinter, the T is for terrific, the R is for rubbish, the I is for invitational, and the P is for pathetic. And what's that's talking about is anything above 2 of your major starts taking up these spots. So 1 heart, 2 spades, that would be the S for splinter. The next step up, 1 heart, 2 no trumps, that would be terrific. The next step up, 1 heart, 3 clubs, that would be rubbish. 1 heart, 3 diamonds, that would be invitational. And 1 heart, 3 hearts, that's pathetic. So strip is splinter, terrific, rubbish, invitational, pathetic. And basically it changes just from the 1 step up that you've got above 2 of your majors. So anything from 1 heart, 2 spades through to 3 hearts, or 1 spade, 2 no trump through to 3 spades uses those different bids. So let's look at how they actually work. So for 3 card razors, the way that you can do this over 1 heart, if you've got a 3 card 6 to 9 raise, you just bid 1 heart, 2 hearts, the same as all the other different razors. If you have a 3 card 10 to 12 raise, it goes 1 heart and you bid 3 diamonds, so just 1 below 3 of your major. If you've got a game forcing hand with 3 card support, we do a delayed raise. We go through bidding a new suit, typically setting up a game force, and then try and show your 3 card game forcing raise next. If you have 4 card support, what you can do is if it goes 1 heart, 3 hearts, this is 0 to 5. This is the pathetic raise. If you've got 4 card support with 6 to 9, 1 heart, and you bid 3 clubs, this is the rubbish raise. So rubbish means 6 to 9, pathetic means like worse than that. If you've got 10 or more points with 4 card support, what we do is we put this all into the 2 no trump response. So we've widened up the 2 no trump response instead of being just game forcing with 4 card support, but invitational plus with 4 card support. So 1 heart, 2 no trump encompasses all of the 10 or more points with 4 card support. So this is the terrific in the strip razors. If you have 5 card support, if you're 0 to 9, you can bid 1 heart, 4 hearts if you think it's good enough. Otherwise, you can treat it the same as 4 card support. And if you've got 10 plus points with 5 card support, you'd typically go through the terrific raise. So these are the bids that you can use for 1 heart opening. So basically anything above 2 hearts, so 2 spades through to 3 hearts. These are all different raises, and I'll just talk you through them again. So 2 spades is going to be a splinter. I'll touch on that a bit more. 2 no trumps is any Jacoby, well, not Jacoby, but 10 plus, 4 plus raise, any terrific raise. 3 clubs, so the third step is the rubbish, 4 cards, 6 to 9. If you jump to 3 diamonds, that's a 3 card invitational raise. That's the invite. It's the only invite we have that doesn't have 4 card support. And then pathetic, 1 heart, 3 hearts is just like a really weak raise. Okay, so if you want to actually do it for spades, basically all those bids just move up 1. So if we look at 3 card support, 6 to 9, 1 spade, 2 spades. 3 card invite, this is the I in strip, so it's 1 below 3 of your major. So 1 spade, 3 hearts this time. If you've got 13 plus game forcing with 3 card support, we go through a delayed raise, bid a new suit, then show a game forcing bid then. If you've got a 4 card raise, if you're 0 to 5, this is in the pathetic range, 1 major, 3 major, so 1 spade, 3 spades. If you've got 6 to 9 with 4 card support, this would be a rubbish raise, so 1 spade, 3 diamonds, so it's moved up a step. And if you've got 10 or more points with 4 card support or more, with over 1 spade, what we use is the 3 club bid. So 1 spade, 3 clubs is any 10 or more points with 4 or more card support. So this is your terrific raise. And if you've got 5 card support, 1 spade, 4 spades for your 0 to 9s, or 1 spade, 3 clubs for your 10 or more point hands. So these are the different bids. The things I haven't touched on here much is the splinter bid. So 1 spade, 2 no trumps, or 1 heart, 2 spades. So what I actually use them for is any mini or mega splinter. So what it is, it says I have a singleton somewhere. So we use it as an unspecified splinter. So all of the different splinter bids gets jammed into that one. And you can ask if you actually care about it as the opener. This is good in theory if the opponents don't bid because you're not using as many bids to use all your different splinters, and then you can untangle things. But if the opponents do bid, you need some good definition to be able to work out those splinters. So the splinter bid, 1 heart, 2 spades, or 1 spade, 2 no trumps, says I have 6 to 9 high card points plus a singleton somewhere, so basically 10 to 12 total points, or I've got 16 plus total points, so mini or mega splinter, and I have a singleton somewhere. And partner can actually ask for it if they actually care about it. So over the splinter bid, 1 heart, 2 spades. We'll just work off going over 1 heart for now. If partner wants to ask where your splinter is, they bid 2 no trumps saying, tell me where your splinter is. And then you just do low, middle, high. So 3 clubs would say I have a low shortage, 3 diamonds would say I've got a middle shortage, and 3 hearts would say I've got a high shortage. And then you can also use 3 spades, 3 no, 4 clubs, as I have those, but I have the stronger range as well. So that's how you can get all of your splinters into just one bid. So if you want to use splinters, it condenses it down. You need some good definition if the opponents actually intervene there. So the 1 heart, 2 spade bid, or the 1 spade, 2 no trump bid says I've got sort of 10 to 12 total points with a singleton somewhere, or 16 plus total points with a singleton somewhere. So you can use these raises for good definition and highlighting the splinter bids if you want to. So let's jump in and look at some hands. So here, let's say partner opened 1 spade. So here we've just got a normal 3 card 6 to 9 raise. So this is just a 2 spade bid. If we look at another one, here we've got 4 card support for spades, and we've got 8 high card points. So this would be the rubbish bid. So 2 no trumps is the splinter, 3 clubs is terrific, 3 diamonds is your rubbish bid. So this would say I've got 4 card support and 6 to 9 points. If partner had opened 1 heart, then this all drops down a level. So it would be 1 heart, 3 clubs. Here we've got 5 card support, so here it's gone 1 spade. If we wanted to, I think this hand's too good, but we could bid 4 spades. We've got 9 high card points and 5 card support. Like, this is absolutely top of the range if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to show this as 4 card 6 to 9, you could bid 3 diamonds. I probably wouldn't put this in the 4 card 10 plus range, but if you did want to do that, you could bid 3 clubs on that hand. Okay, so next one is when we've got invitational with 3 card support. So if partner opens 1 spade, the 3 card invite, so the I in strip raise, just jumps to 1 below 3 of a major. So this would be 3 card invitational raise. Here we've got 4 card 10 or more points. So here it goes 1 spade and we bid 3 clubs, the terrific bid. And this says partner, I've got 10 or more points with 4 card support or better. And here we've got game forcing. So again, this falls into the 3 club bid, saying partner, I've got 4 card support, 10 or more points. This time, again, 16 points. So when partner opens 1 spade, we bid 3 clubs. Again, if partner had opened 1 heart and we wanted to show this, this is the 2 no trump bid. Most of these raises, I find it easier to consider thinking about what I would do if it was 1 heart and then just shifting the bids up. But whatever works for you, you can do that. So here we can bid 3 clubs. Okay, here we have a game forcing hand with 3 card spade support. So we'd go through bidding a new suit, and then we'd typically show our spades later by bidding 2 or 3 spades, depending on what partner actually did. And again, with 16 plus points, so slam, interest, would go through that. Here we can bid 2 clubs and then show the support next. Okay, so let's now look at continuations. So if partner opened 1 spade and we've just got 3 cards 6 to 9, normal continuations apply. Whatever you do, long suit trials, whatever invitational bids you actually want to do, they still get used. So nothing different with strip raises over that bid. So here, when partner opens 1 spade and we've got 6 to 9 with 4 card support, and we make the rubbish raise, if partner is interested in game, they always have a step available to invite opposite this. So they can always bid 3 hearts here, saying, partner, I'm interested, are you minimum or maximum? Anything above 3 spades would, so 3 spades would be a sign off, anything above would be a slam try. This one, again, would potentially just bid 4 spades, or you might bid the same. You might bid 3 diamonds, so the continuations are actually the same. With the 3 card invitational raise, this is the one where we don't actually have that much support. This is possibly the weakest spot of this sort of raise structure. Some people like to put their 3 card invites elsewhere. That's something you could look at if you wanted to. But basically the continuations are bid game, or sign off, or make a Q bid. With the 4 card 10 or more points, so let's look at what the continuations over the terrific raise actually are. So basically what I like to use is coded responses to this. And the first thing that I like to do is break up partners' points. Are they minimum? And by minimum, I mean quite a wide range, like 11 to 15 points. So anything sort of less than a reverse, I just put this in the first bid. Because I don't like to try and give away too much information if partner is not interested in slam opposite this. So 3 diamonds here would just say, I have any 11 to 15 bid. So first step is any minimum hand. And if partner did this, if we just bid 3 spades, this would be a sign off, because we could still have 10 to 12 points with 4 card support. So this is an option to be passed. Even with partner being 11 to 15, they can still bid game opposite this, but this is the only sort of non-forcing sequence that you might have after this. Okay. If after 3 diamonds you wanted to ask partner for shortage, what you can do is bid the next step, and this says, partner, do you have a shortage? And whenever partner's showing shortage, the responses are, no, I don't have one. I have a low shortage. I have a middle shortage. I have a high shortage. So 3 spades here would say, whoops. 3 spades here would say, no, I don't have a shortage. So this would be any 11 to 15, no singleton or void. If you had a low shortage, which would be clubs in this situation, you could bid 3 no trumps. If you had a diamond shortage, you could bid the third step, 4 clubs, which would say I have a middle shortage, and then 4 diamonds would say I have a high shortage. And you'll see this come up a bit in other spots. So here, I said first step is no, any 11 to 15. Anything higher than that, so 3 hearts, 3 spades, 3 no trumps, and these all show extra points. So 3 diamonds was any 11 to 15. Anything higher than that says you've got extra values. So 3 hearts here, the next step would say, partner, I have extra values, so 16 plus points, but no singleton or void. And that solves that. If partner, you then bid anything else, 3 spades, 3 no, or 4 clubs, these all show shortages, but low, middle, high. So 3 spades here would say, partner, I have extra values, and I have a club shortage, because that's the lowest outstanding suit. If instead you bid 3 no trumps, this would say, I have a medium shortage, so in this case, diamonds, with 16 plus points. And if you bid 4 clubs, this says I have a high shortage, hearts, with 16 plus points. So the responses here, if you bid the first step, that's any 11 to 15. Anything higher than that says you have extras, 16 plus, sort of enough to reverse, with no shortage, low, middle, high. So anytime partners, you're trying to show shortage or anything like that in this sequence, the responses are no shortage, low, middle, high. So on that note, let's say we made one of the splinter bids. So here, let's say we had a hand with a singleton somewhere, and with 10 to 12 total points, or 16 plus total points. So the first step, the splinter bid. If partner didn't care at all, they could just bid 3 spades and sign off. If they didn't care where your splinter was but wanted to play a game, they could bid 4 spades. If they do want to find out where your shortage is, they can bid 3 clubs, and this says, where is your shortage? Now, in this case, we definitely have the shortage, so there's no I don't have a singleton step, but you have 3 diamonds, I have a low shortage, in which case, clubs. 3 hearts, I have a medium shortage, so diamonds, and 3 spades, I have a high shortage, which would be hearts in this case. So instead of actually bidding where your shortage is, pretty much in all of these spots, it uses no, low, middle, high. If you're guaranteed to have a shortage, the no one just drops out, and then you've just got low, middle, high, and saying where your singleton or void actually is. If I bid something higher, like 3 no trumps, this would be low again, but like with a really strong hand, and 4 clubs and 4 diamonds would be middle and high there. So they're the responses to the terrific bid, or like 10 or more points with 4 card support. You can also use these for Jacoby 2 no trumps. Obviously, that would be a level lower than what I would say, but the responses were first step after the strong raise was 10 or any 11 to 15 point hand. You may or may not have a shortage. Anything higher says I've got extra values, sort of 16 plus, with no shortage, middle shortage, no, low, middle, high. If you do show that you actually have a minimum hand, so let's just make it similar to normal situations, so a heart, pass, 2 no trumps. If you bid 3 clubs, this would be I have any 11 to 15 hand. Then partner can just ask with the next step up, and we play no shortage, low, middle, high. So 3 hearts would say no, I don't have a shortage. 3 spades would say yes, I have a shortage, and it's clubs. And 3 no trumps, yes, I have a shortage, and it's diamonds. 4 clubs, yes, I have a shortage, and it's spades. For these, it's quite complex. You only want to do this if you're in established partnerships, but I wanted to highlight this. This is what me and Justin played to a world championship. There's a few different things you could tinker around with it, but there's a lot of complexity, but hopefully you can see that there are patterns there that you can use. It uses each step bid as a different meaning, so you have to understand how many spots you've used. And for this, I've just under the table, I was counting on my hands and just trying to make sure that I got it spot on every time. But I thought this really helped our different raises. I liked it a lot, so hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.